What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Summoner's War Chronicles Monster Spotlight. Today we have Woosa, the Water Pioneer. Typically, I wouldn't really cover a 5-star this early in the series, but seeing as how Pioneers were just dropped a few days ago, and Woosa is a very popular pick because he is such a great healing utility class, I decided to go ahead and say, what the hell. So, diving into his kit here, his basic attack is just that, doesn't do anything special. His first ability applies a continuous recovery for 10 seconds at level 1 all the way up to 20 seconds at level 7. Now, he is a bit harder to skill up, seeing that he is a natural 5-star. Getting those duplicates or those Devilmon are going to be a bit of an issue to fully max out his skills and get his power up there where you're going to want it to run those higher end dungeons. However, seeing as how I have him at level 70 and only roughly 5-7 skill ups into him, it's not that hard to get power on him, surprisingly enough. So, there you have it. Moving on, before we move on, I almost completely forgot. If the targets of his A1 have a shield, he will apply 2 continuous recoveries. I just about completely forgot that. I apologize. But yes, if they have a shield, they will get 2 instead of 1, which is what makes his second ability so great, is that he gives a shield on his second ability. He also gives immunity to debuffs with his second ability. So if you're going into a fight and you know the enemy is going to debuff you, you preemptively comp that, gain the shield so you can take a bit of extra damage, gain the immunity so the debuffs won't be able to affect you, and then before the shield dissipates or gets DPS down, pop that A1 to the extra continual recovery. Starting off at level 1, you get it for 7 seconds all the way up to level 7 for a maximum of 14 seconds of shield based off his maximum HP and immunity for 14 seconds. Moving on to his ultimate, because he is a natural 5-star, he does have an ultimate when you are soul linked with him. Those of you that don't know, sorry, my nose is a bit congested today. In order to use an ultimate, you have to use your monster that is soul linked to you. You have to use his skills a whole bunch, and there are ways to improve how much ult meter fills up through your various classes' skills, and maybe some other monsters in their kits will boost ultimate gauge. But in the end, you do have to use at least a couple of skills, the mana you're given, in order to get that ult meter up to full in order to use it. His ult is kind of a combination between his first 2 abilities, where it gives continuous recovery at a higher level, and it also gives you the shield and immunity. The shield only lasts for 14 seconds at second level, 7 seconds at first, but the shield and immunity both last for 10 to 20 seconds depending on the level. So it's overall it's a really nice, powerful kit when used properly. If you know the enemy you're going to fight, you know what he's going to do off the start, how the fight's going to go based on your composition. It's very easily to calculate and get ahead of the game in order to pop the shield and then get massive amounts of heals, when to use your ult for that extra boost if you get into a pinch. It's so nice. So again, diving into his runes, because his shield works off his max HP, you're definitely going to want to stack that. Keep in mind that you're also going to need defense so that when he does take a hit, instead of it being like 80k, maybe it's only like 60 or 50. Maybe stack some evasion and resistance on him as well, so that the debuffs don't hurt him as hard if they land, and that he can outright just dodge the attack, for like a better term. That's what evasion does, is it counters your enemy's precision so that it doesn't get hit as often. Places I would use him in is even though he's a water affinity, being a supporting role, he used just about anywhere. It's really nice to have that immunity to kind of stop the spider queen Arachne and her massive amount of poisons from all her minions, her add-ons, her spiderlings, whatever you want to call them. Um, but there's not a whole lot of places that I wouldn't actually use him. Just depending on various situations. You know, would you rather have a shield and immunity with continual healing versus somebody like Chloe who has invincibility, which will outright stop all damage, BOT or not, for a few seconds. It doesn't last nearly as long, and an outright heal. Because sometimes the continual heal is nice, but there are other times where you need that straight up just, I need HP right now. And I'm not saying you can't have both on the team, but you got to make decisions when it comes down to who your Soul Link is, because there's X amount of time between when you can swap those monsters. And there are ways to reduce that, but again, you know, at some point, you're going to be stuck with one or the other, and it's going to become a whole thing. So keep in mind, you know, various situations, what do they call for, and who's the better support. Anyways, that's the video today. Again, another super short one. I try to keep them short with just as much juicy info as I can get there. I don't like taking up a whole lot of people's time, because I'm sure you'd like to get back to the game just as much as I would. Anyways, don't forget to catch me live on Twitch, link in the description below, along with my PayPal if you want to help support the channel and its future endeavors. Again, let me know in the comments how you feel about these videos and who you'd like to see more in the future. And by more, I mean, like, who would you like me to spotlight next and whatnot. I don't know why I said more, but it's late and my brain is kind of done for the day. So y'all take it easy, and I'll see you next time.